everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Aurora 4X. I continued playing for about half a year since the end of our last episode, and in the meantime the civilian shipping line has built a colony ship and just added a second one. And they've been busy flying to Luna and Mars and provide additional population there. And our sector command has just finished. Sadly, we got no additional administrators, and since the sector command needs a rank 4 and we only have one rank 4 above, Alex Hiller, currently governor of Mars, will be getting the job. He will provide 25%, if I recall correctly, of his bonuses to all planets in the system. Not that much, but I'm still hoping that he'll get better. So let's assign him. And Mars is the more important of our two colonies, therefore Leopold Littmann will become the governor of Mars. Okay. Let's take a look here. I already allocated the freed up capacity to maintenance facilities. We have enough available workers. Let's take a quick look at the map. The Hanover jump point has been completed by the NPRs, and there's a gate builder sitting at the Berlin system, so they're most likely building a jump gate there now. I'll send in the Bifrost. I'm not sure if I have not already given this order. No, I didn't. To the what was it? Hanover or Hamburg? Which? The Hanover jump point. Bifrost to Hanover. Okay, anything else I did in the meantime? Not really. So let's just restart the game. There is one thing I still want to do. We have nearly completed surveying the solar system for minerals. So let's take a look at what our explorers have found till now. Duranium, yeah, always important. So let's look at the duranium deposits. Chernik is a decent potential mining colony, and one of the reasons why I want to create colonies on the most important asteroids, moons and planets for now is the civilian shipping line will start to put down civilian mines fairly shortly, and while I'm able to buy the surplus, not the surplus, what they are producing, it's fairly expensive and we have money problems anyway, so I don't want them to grab the more interesting deposits. And when we establish a colony of our own, the civilians will not establish a colony or one of their own mining colonies if one of ours is already present. So this one looks good. Titanium might be going for this one later as well. Yeah, let's reserve it. Thorium, Vanderite. Okay, Ganymite. This is really nice. 5.6 million duranium, 2.3 million neutronium, both at 90% accessibility, at a decent amount of titanium at 50%. So yeah, we surely will put a mining colony on Ganymede later on. Fun breeze work. Yeah, due to the gadolite, not bad as well. Io, coronium. Io's fairly nice too. We already have a colony on Mars, Venus, large deposits, large carbamide deposits with a decent accessibility. Those two are crap. 10%, it takes ages to get anywhere, but let's reserve Venus as well. And finally Mercury, boronite, large deposit. Yeah, let's grab Mercury for us as well. Neutronium. No, 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 no. Already got that. Okay. Schaumasse doesn't look bad as well. So let's reserve this one. Cobamite, Temple Tuttle, not really. Especially since we have decent cobamite deposits on the other mining colonies we've already reserved. Tritanium. Should be fine. Already got that one. We might get wolf for the iridium later on. Boronite. Not really. Especially since we've already got some decent deposits as well. No, nothing for now. Mercasium. We'll need lots of those for our research labs. Make. Not enough. Thorium. Temple 1 might be another option here. Let's put reminders here as well. We'll see about this. Mars, okay. Vanderite. No, too low. Comasone. Okay, that low. Mercasium, we already got that one. Wolf Harrington. No, nothing really. Tad low on other interesting things. Okay, Jupiter, 60% is not great, but we have a decent thorium source for our fuel harvester here. Neptune, worse. And Saturn, not even on the list at all, so Jupiter will be our fuel harvester base. Iridium. Yeah. Let's put down a colony on Machoitz. Coronium. Got some already here. No, not really. And gadolite. Let's put a reminder on Hale-Bopp here. Okay, so let's continue. Bifrost has completed ours. Oh, that's a gate builder on the other side, so we should have we should have jump gates at both sides of this jump point as well shortly. And since the fairly gigantic gateway constructor hasn't been blown up yet, it's very likely that there are no unfriendly aliens here. Back to Sol, back to Earth, and refuel. Okay, I think there'll not that much be going on for now, so I'll pause the recording again. Actually, there is something I've forgotten. We completed our 3 Blüchers, and due to us still having some wealth problems here, I haven't assigned any new ships for now. And in addition, I've sent 2 explorers to Hamburg, since I know that there's a gate on the other side as well. And they've been fairly busy, and they've found a new jump point here. So I'm sending in the Bifrost to take a closer look at this jump point. There it is. Even though the Munich system, or the planet in the Munich system, still looks very, very interesting, I'm very afraid as well that there are aliens there, and somebody, likely one of our friends, completed moving installation, already built a gate there. So let's take a look. There have been a couple of slowdowns, therefore I'm fairly certain that there's some either NPR versus Invaders, Swarm, whatever, or even some of our fellow Earthlings have encountered unfriendly aliens and are battling it out with them. Another new jump point, okay, good to know. So the Bifrost has another task after this one. And here we go. Bremen, a new system. Might be an empty system actually. Just the sun? Exactly, just the sun. Okay, let's take a look at the galactic map. You can shift click to move the planets out of this huddle we have here. We found, yeah, for now this should be good enough. And don't forget to save the positions. Okay, let's jump the Bifrost back and take a look at the other jump point. But there's no jump ship here. No, there's no jump ship here. So it might be likely that this was one of the pre-built jump gates. Sometimes, or often, the game starts with ancient jump gates at some of the jump points, so none of the current NPRs will have to have built it. Promotion assigned. Ah, I've got a new officer, okay, but most likely not a new scientist or a new civilian administrator. We'll take a look here at the next interrupt. What has happened here? Why has this interrupt happened? Ah, conditional order to refuel at Earth. Okay. I have to take a look at this one. I don't want them to go out to the farthest reaches of the solar system in order to catch a single asteroid. I'd rather wait before till it gets back closer to the Sun and to Earth with it. The Bifrost isn't the fastest ship in the fleet. I might have put another engine in there, but due to the limited build points at the beginning, I think I can live with this one. Oh, looks like our Geo Explorer has found a fairly large planet. High exploration costs here. Okay, Bifrost is finally getting closer, about 45 more days, I think. Looks like we've lost contact with a gate builder in Hamburg. And we found a new system, Essen. Binary at last. Yeah, it's a binary. Lots of planets and moons, no asteroids. Let's take a look at S&B. Just a single sun out in orbit there. Okay, let's jump the Bifrost back and take a look if our friends have finally completed the Berlin, I think it was. Berlin jump gate, yeah, we'll send them through there. Okay, and till something interesting happens, I'll pause again. Some interesting things did happen. At the same time we finished our research into expanding the civilian economy, we got a new civilian administrator who has a wealth creation bonus. We'll have to see if we even want to or need to use this one now. He would be able to govern Earth. Wealth mining, pop growth, logistics versus factory and pop. 5% factory production is not that much. Yeah, Werner Mann will be the new governor of Earth. And Helga, a decent pop growth bonus, will be assigned to Luna. Okay, back to our original research here. What have I actually researched? Sensor strengths, yeah. So I cancel this one, put in the specialist here at 10 laps most likely. Give Stephanie a small assignment. What can we need? Fire control speed rating. Yeah, we'll surely need more of those. Add some laps to the missile agility. And since we want better engines, some more to the new reactor tech. So let's continue, and then let's take a look how our wealth situation is changing. I hope we will return into positive territory now. I think it upgrades every week. So I'll stop the auto turns and take a look soon. Yeah, this should have been more than enough time. Not really positive, despite having a wealth administrator here. Okay, we will still have some monetary problems, so no new shipbuilding for now. We'll have to see if this will continue to improve, but I should ship out some infrastructure here. Yeah, okay, they don't have any spare room here, and no real spare room on Luna as well. So let's take our smaller task group. Earth, load infrastructure, move to Luna, unload, refuel at Earth, repeat once, and one of our slightly larger transports we have constructed in the meantime, there it is, will make 2 trips to Mars. Unload, refuel, repeat, close. All the turns, here we go. That's a Luna task group, yeah. And it will be interesting to see once this Chinese gate builder finishes building the gate. It will most likely, okay, jump to the Munich system. And I'll take a quick peek into the Munich system about a couple of weeks after it jumped there, and if I see a wreck, we can be fairly certain this is not a safe system for us. Still serving Hamburg. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, it should work out. So I'll send it back to Earth to refuel. Refuel and take or add to our survey efforts in Hamburg. I've added those 5 server locations. I tend to use just one server location normally due to using one-day turns. But it couldn't hurt to use those 5s, but normally they're best used with longer turns. Otherwise the ship will simply sit at a planet and do nothing. But in some cases, even with one-day turns, it would be possible that some time is wasted by using single surveys. I gave you an aura. Ah, okay. Hamburg is already completely explored, so no use in sending our second ship there as well. For now, I think I'll just want to refuel. Not really. It's not really needed, but I don't want to explore system 2 jumps away from Sol for now, so it will return, it will review, and then we'll think about where to move it next. It looks like, yeah, there's a jump gated burn-in. Okay, the infrastructure to Mars has been moved as well. And the civilian transports are busy. Yes, they are, mostly moving to Mars. Do we have additional infrastructure? I'll wait till 20 due to our larger transports being able to ship 20 infrastructure at once. The task group moving towards Burn Gate. Yeah, I have to take a look at our potential teams again. We have 2 academies now, so we might have enough people to build at least a diplomacy team. It seems very unlikely that we'll have gained enough additional people to finally build the Xeno team I want to have. Fairly long interrupt here. We'll see. Another interrupt, so there's definitely fighting going on somewhere. A very long... Ah, here we go. Bifrost has completed the orders. Oh. Okay, this might be the cause of the interrupts. A Chinese wreck and a US wreck. An unknown wreck and additional US wrecks. Okay, Berlin is no safe system, so let's get the hell out of Dodge here. No, wrong one. And I'm afraid the poor... was it Chinese? Oh, I'll take a look. Gate builder will not survive this one, since the wrecks are very close here. How far away? 700 to 800 million, and due to the size and thermal signature, it seems very likely that whoever killed those ships have spotted it. And this reminds me that I have no salvages, but before we would be able to get into the system, we first need a safe way back, since our military ships have no jump capability. So we would need a gate builder, or to protect a gate builder of another nation till the gate is being built. And I seriously doubt that at our current tech, our military fleet will be very useful here. Which reminds me, let's take a look at their current training levels. And we should have enough infrastructure to send some out to Mars as well. Looks like there's additional fighting going on somewhere. Otherwise we should have been able to, yeah, here it is, deactivate those auto turns. And we'll have to think about where to send the dinosaur next. Surely not to Berlin. Getting close here on the initial ships. Still a lot of way to do for the more, recently built Blüchers. And the maintenance clock is getting close to 2 years for our initial ships as well. Okay, where can we send our geoships? Munich? Nope, I'm afraid to go there. Nothing which really makes any of the other systems stand out here. Where were the gates in Hanover? Let's take a look at the Hanover system. Couple of planets. Yeah, let's take a look at Hanover next. And the other dinosaur as well. Hanover standard transit. Let's keep a look at Seoul. And the installations, 23. Yeah, enough for another transport mission to Mars. And back to Earth. Okay, I think I'll pause again till something interesting happens. Well, there is something interesting, actually something interesting in the Hanover system, where our Geo Explorer is busy taking a look at the couple of planets here. Hanover A2 has minerals, as same as its moon, and the large, very large terrestrial planet out here, but fairly low accessibility. The moon, good accessibility, but not a lot of minerals. And here, large uranium deposits, good accessibility, or decent. Some magnesium, the rest very high numbers as well, but abysmal accessibility. And the Chinese have established a colony here. My geosurvey ship saw the emissions, but since it has just moved on, we can no longer see it. I think I want to establish a colony here as well. I'm not sure if I will be really using it, but I want to try using the neutral colonists. I've never done this before, so I want to take a look at if this works, how I think it works. Essentially, I can load the colonists and I'm able to unload them in a different system. So let's take a look how many infrastructure we have. 40, perfect. Our transports will be able to load 40 infrastructure. There it is. And we want to jump to Hanover. I should have established a colony first. Add colony at A2. Unload all installations. Then jump back and refuel. And since those transports are faster than our colony ships, I sent in the colony ship at the same time. No need to wait here. Yeah, about 50% faster. So let's see. Load colonists. Move to Hanover. 100 colonists. This might be interesting, and let's see if this works how I think it should work. I've sent the Bifrost towards Munich, since for some reason the gateway builder has left its station, and this looks somewhat suspicious. And our fellow Earthlings are happily sending ships through the Berlin gate, and there have been some rather large interrupts here. The automatic reassignments. The game does most often a fairly decent job with the auto assignments. Only in some cases it insists on putting unfitting commanders on some ships, mostly since it values crew training very high and doesn't necessarily assign crew training officers to ships which actually need the training. There's a kind of priority system in assigning the commanders. Essentially, it's the higher rank which is needed for a ship. Oh, nice. The more likely the ship, or the higher the priority will be to get assigned a decent crew training captain. And Adler 1 has completed training, so it will not need a decent crew trainer, especially since we are having some fast attack crafts and fighters who could still use the crew training. So we have to manually reassign it. But what I will do, I got a new Derflinger carrier as well, who's just begun training. So I'll unassign those ships which have completed their training. So the 2 Blüchers, all of the Adlers, and Sturmvogel 1 and 2, and Falcon 1. So Blüchers, all the Adler craft. Shouldn't have done this differently with shift here and started with those. Okay, and the Falcon. Exactly, and you can return to Earth to refuel and resupply. I'll split up the fighters and fast attack crafts and put them into the PDC once they have reached Earth. But first of all, I want to reassign some training officers. I'll do this post. I think you've seen it before, so not that interesting. Okay, we do have a problem. The Bifrost jumped into Munich to take a look for the gate builder, which vanished. And there's a stable wormhole in Munich. This means invader time. And we have not a snowball's chance in hell to stand against invaders at our current tech level. So Bifrost will move out and do this very quickly. And I have to put some thought into what the hell can we do. Since the year's ended, let's take a quick look at the current situation here. Our money, our wealth situation got slightly better, but we're plus 11, that's nothing. So essentially we are breaking even at the moment with our wealth. We have one or two financial centers. Have to take a look here online. Civilian fuel, absolutely ridiculous what we are getting. This did set us back a little bit. I would have much preferred to have a civilian transport ship, which would be able to ship out the infrastructure we are producing here on Earth to our colonies, which means essentially free infrastructure for us, since the civilians are building those, and the civilian freighters will pick up those and bring all kinds actually of goods to planets where there's demand for them. But at the moment there's just demand for infrastructure, so this would have been great, but no. Our civilian friends had to screw us and buy a civilian fuel harvester. We are spending most of our money on research and installation construction. Yeah, not surprisingly, since we've essentially stopped building ships due to our money problems. The rest, yeah, that's no problem. The shipbuilding is no problem either, but we are barely breaking even here. Research, the next should be finished in June, and I'm afraid we have to put in another stint of economic expansion here for 10k. Not cheap. Should have taken the tech at the start. Mistake, especially with the invaders lurking around in the next system. Still building one colony ship, which might be useful if using the neutral population works as advertised. Nothing going on here, and I don't dare to start building new ships due to the money supply. Mining looks good. Maintenance facilities will still take about half a year, and our ships are getting more and more problems here at the moment. Let's take a look at the ships. 2 years, so we'll start to see additional breakdowns here. I've kept resupplying our ships when we had to refuel at Earth, but it will get nasty here. And I will equalize fuel. Okay, the other fighters and fast attack crafts have landed here at the hangar, and our two Blüchers, which have been trained already, are in overhaul. Okay, I think that's a good point to make a real break till the next episode. Thank you all for watching. Bye bye.